The Jiu Jitsu paradox. Get ready to get your mind blown. I'm going to explain to you why Judith Butler was always right, and all these people mad at her for saying that gender doesn't exist, or that like we're all queer. I don't know if she says that as well, but I will add it. There's no gay. Nobody's gay. Nobody's straight. Nobody's anything. Is. Remember this word. Is. What is is? Is related to being. Being is related to rigid, perfect permanence. Unchanging essence. That does not exist. What does exist? There's a guy and you kiss the guy. You can say there is a gay act. So there are gay actions. There is gay sex. But there is no gay person. Ever. Even if they want to say they're gay, they're not. They have to keep forcing themselves to fit into the character. And this is related to Butler's theory of non-gender. And I'm going to explain why. Well, I'm going to explain how I explain this and show you how there's a line where we can explain both male and female are performances, and gay is also a performance. Because I don't want this to be missing. I think people are too scared in electoral politics. They're cowards. They don't want to see what's in front of them. We get to this point and it's just one step ahead from revolution, or one step ahead from completely re-understanding the things, but we stop. It's just like what happens to gender. Like, oh, gender isn't real, so let's everybody invent our own genders, and each is going to be a color, a letter. Maybe they're going to start having to use like Russian characters because we're running out of Roman characters around here for each gender. But anyway, to me it's ironic that from my perspective, Judith Butler was the queen of non-gender, was the queen of there is no gender. And she became, in practice, the king of multiplication of genders, like Jesus with the bread, Jesus with the wine. Like Judith Butler is Jesus with the wine, but she wanted actually to everybody be sober. And what the hell? Like in the end, she ended up having to multiply the wine and give it to everyone. I don't know. Like I understand why Judith wouldn't want to fight her own people. Because, I mean, she has enough problems already. But my way is the way of the middle. I always talk to the left and to the right. I don't consider myself the leftist or a right-wing person because there's many ways of defining this. In some I would be one, in some I would be other, in some I would be none. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. But the point is this. The Jiu Jitsu paradox. This is what I'm here to explain. This is how I started explaining to my people, which were mostly younger, male, not very high IQ guys. So think of this. My demographics was guys from the right with not much formal education. So I needed an example that was simple. My example is this, Jiu Jitsu. What's the manliest thing? Like when you're talking about being gay, being manly, all this banter that goes on between men. What's the most manly? There's literally like written evidence that Aristotle and Plato, in the middle of a discussion, would do like this. They would like flex their muscles as an argument to end it. It's funny. I don't know. Forgot why I said it. But let's go back. The manliest thing is winning the fight, being stronger. And then there's this way of fighting called Jiu Jitsu. I don't know how many of you are familiar with it because it was like Japanese or something, but the Brazilians created a specific way of fighting Jiu Jitsu that dominated MMA. Like today, MMA, like mixed martial arts, fightings, like multi martial arts fighting always uses Jiu-Jitsu style, Brazilian style. But how do you fight? How do you train? How do you practice? It's disgusting. I tried. I can't. You have to be like, you're gonna be sweating, you're gonna be dirty, you have your kimono, and what's gonna happen? You're gonna be like 1 hour and a half rolling on the floor with another guy who stinks and is like completely wet from his sweat, and that's it. Like, it's all a bunch of guys doing the gayest thing possible, which is roll on the floor with each other with a kimono, with a wet kimono from their sweat. So is this gay? Like, isn't it kind of gay? Isn't it kind of non-masculine to be rolling around for fun with other guys half naked sweating? And at the same time, winning is the most masculine thing possible. So this is the Jiu Jitsu paradox. At the same time, the gayest thing is the most masculine thing. And the opposite is true. It's unmanly to not be gay and fight Jiu Jitsu as gay as it is. You're being gay for not being gay. You see, this is like a deconstructionist path. For some people, it doesn't work. I noticed that deconstruction, for some people, they're like, oh shit, I understand. Then the term doesn't make sense. If what you're saying is like, deconstruction is using the terms of something, some scheme of terms, to destroy the very scheme of terms you are using. And this is really what I do. I use masculinity, I use genders to show how the term doesn't work. As in this case, the most masculine thing is the gayest thing possible. There's other ways of saying, but the most important thing I would want to point out is the flag. The LGBTQA plus flag is a problem, and the fact that nobody says anything about this is really worrying to me. Like, the movement. I say this with caution, because people say, like, you kiss a guy and suddenly, like, I kiss a guy, suddenly I'm in the gay movement. I mean, what? No, that's not how it works. But yeah, fine, there's a community. The transgender community, like, all or the same. They're not. But I mean, what other way I had to explain this besides the Jiu-Jitsu paradox? Oh, the closet homosexual. Like, being gay now, supposedly, we're in a liberation era. And we have been in a liberation era. And the apex of liberation was queer. Was, I don't even have to respect any rule. I'll just do what I want. And then it rolled back. LGBTQA plus is a rollback from queer. It's a, yeah, okay, you can be a deviant. But choose your deviancy very well and communicate it to everybody through clothing, shibboleths, any possible mean that you are this group. So there's this one creature, the closet homosexual, who goes against this rule. He does not want to be counted because it's not interesting to him. Mostly it's guys, like, it's, you could say it's normal guys, you know, they're gonna pass for normal guys and they don't want to be seen as homosexual. And why would that be a problem? Why would that be such a problem? Like, I can understand someone being salty about this, but people have made, like, considering, like, strong efforts to get people who don't want to confess that they're gay, like politicians, and they like get really beautiful young guys to hit on them, and bam, they take the pictures and expose that the guy is gay. And this is supposedly the gay movement helping itself by exposing one of them who doesn't want to be exposed. This smells like shit for me. It's clearly not what's going on. To me, it's this. The closet homosexual is a threat to all society. He is the unnamed threat of complete chaos. Imagine all women walking around and they have no idea. They have no idea who's gay and who's not. And men walking around, no idea who's gay and who's not. Is it relevant to men? Not really. But to women, very relevant. Because women get special treatment for being women because we are straight. But if the guy is gay, maybe they won't receive it. So they need to know. They need people to have, like, a mark. LGBT people have to dress like LGBT people. so they know. And the homosexual on the closet, or the masculine homosexual, as they say, he will have no interest. Just like a normal guy. Do normal guys want to like show how manly they are all over the place? Like, okay, yeah, maybe on Instagram. I mean, there are some instances. I can't say there isn't, but it's different. The way of a manly man of parading and saying how manly they are, and when compared to the LGBT stuff. Like, you can say the masculine way of being marginalizes certain types of masculinity of males, but I'm not even getting into this, and it doesn't interest me at this point. What interests me is, why do people push the guys in the closet to admit that they're gay, go after them and try to expose them, say that they're traitors? And why in the hell there is no representation for the masculine homosexual? How can you get a masculine homosexual being represented by rainbows and feminine things? It's like women run LGBT show. It's not about many. It's not about gays. And it's stupid. Like, Freud has already said, women tend to bisexuality. They are completely normies. They are absolute normies, as it gets. The LGBT woman, they just do what Freud said they would do. Yeah, I like men, but I kind of like women too, because I like being desired. So there's no break. It's completely false as a liberation movement, and is probably useful as a control tool, because it has this effect of the bully. You are in school, a guy who's stronger than you beats you up, calls you gay, calls you a little girl. You are weak as a woman. You are as a woman. Therefore, you suck. So when you have a whole movement saying to all the gays exactly what the bully says, just in another tone, I get suspicious. I get very suspicious. Especially considering the system is not known for producing liberation. So, like, when we already had rules letting people be gay, that was already okay. And we made rules prohibiting discrimination. Okay. Why would we push further? I think it's like a false flag. I don't know. Like, it's something that serves the purpose of being against homosexual liberation. Like, LGBTQA plus is against the masculine homosexual liberation, which I think is the real revolutionary sexual thing that could happen. Like, many guys turning into closet homosexuals, that could, like, literally undo society and change it completely. It would be a revolution. Anyway, I have to go. I hope this was interesting enough, and I hope I can get some interviews with foreign people, because the only one I got so far is with Alexander Dugin, and he's like, I'm not gonna complain, he's a great guy, but it kind of marks me too much as a traditionalist or something, because like Alexander Dugin is like really, really over there. So if you are a leftist, I would like to interview you. If you're a right wing, maybe too, doesn't matter. But I really wanted to interview or have a talk with Judith Butler, also with Slavoj Žižek. Chomsky, I would like. He's living in Brazil, right where I live, but I know he's not well. He's not really well to receive visitors. Unfortunately, I didn't even ask. I know people in common, like a father of my friend is kind of a friend of Chomsky, and his son said he's not getting visitors. He's pretty bad. But I wish I get to talk to Butler through an interview. Could be live. Maybe she's in Brazil and we do it live. And probably not. but we can do it over the internet, or we can record and edit. It's up to her. I would let her decide anything that is important for her. And to anyone listening to this, please help me find nice foreigners to talk to, because I have a Brazilian channel. I've been having it for 7 years now. I really wished I could go international. I know all the points of the Brazilians already. It's boring. I want new points. I want new discussions. So I'm looking for. I tried Sloterdijk from Germany, who in fact said he would receive me at his house. But if I went there, I don't want to go to Berlin. I think he lives there. That, like, right now is not the time I want to go to Berlin. Let's just keep it like that region near Ukraine a little bit far away from me for now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up, a like, comments, questions, anything. Goodbye, my friends, and see you soon. This is Rodrigo Ferrari, and this is my portfolio of ideas in English. I have my main channel in Portuguese with like 300 videos. But I will eventually keep bringing ideas that I set forth on that channel. I will bring them to this channel too.